Okay, I'm like really excited to film this video because in this video, I am sharing why I'm quitting Instagram. I also have some toothpaste on my shirt that we're just going to ignore, okay? I am quitting Instagram. Yep, you heard that right. My 2023 content strategy is no longer focused on Instagram. So in this video, I'm going to share what my content strategy is for the new year, including why I changed it. And make sure to watch to the end of this video because at the end of the video, I'm going to share what I plan on doing with my Instagram account instead. As a sales and funnel expert, one of my core values in my business is to practice what I teach, to practice what I preach. Same kind of thing. So when I'm telling you things or advice or strategies, you best believe that I am practicing it in my own business as well. Because a big part of why I'm teaching you these things is because I've done it. And I couldn't call myself an expert if I haven't actually experienced the same experiences that you're experiencing. This is in fact how I developed my Stop the Scroll method as a whole, because it is through doing and trying and testing and failing and succeeding how I developed my Stop the Scroll method, which is a 3-step method that teaches you how to turn leads into cash using funnels. If you want to learn that method, you just go to the link below this video. It's right there and then to learn. But let's jump into why I'm quitting Instagram and what my content strategy is moving into 2023. So one of the things that I teach is how to read data and then how to act or change your strategy accordingly. And this is what my data has been telling me. In fact, it has been telling me for a while now, and I'm finally going to actually listen to it and take action. Now, when I'm looking at my content strategy as a whole, there's a few things that I'm taking into consideration. Not only what obviously is performing well and, is working with the algorithm and all of those like more data evidence things, but I'm also looking at, my personal engagement and my personal insights on my business as a whole, plus also how I am as the creator, how I'm feeling in my business, how I'm feeling towards creating the content. Is there any kind of friction or rigidity or even some form of an energy leak that is happening in my business? Because that does also take a huge toll and a big play in creating our strategy. So this is what I've noticed with my Instagram account, is that Instagram is no longer a massive lead generator tool for my business. YouTube, in fact, is my largest lead generator across the board. It is consistently growing. It is consistently turning or converting leads into my funnels, as well as consistently converting people into paid clients. So that is one thing that the data has just been blaring at me for a while. Now I'm just actually going to take action on it. And I'm going to share a little bit more on why I believe that all of this is happening in a little bit, but let's just finish off this list of the data that I've noticed changed. Like I mentioned, YouTube is converting paid clients, but it is converting paid clients passively. So not only consistently, but passively, meaning I'm not actively in there converting clients. They're popping up as a new paid member of my academy, or they're inquiring, working with me all on their own doing. And it's all mainly, I should say, coming from the content I'm creating on YouTube. So why do I think that this shift is happening where there's a lot more happening, or I should say a lot more conversions happening through my YouTube channel versus Instagram? Instagram has been a slow growth for me. It is something that has felt like it's been a lot to maintain and keep up with. And over the past even few months, there has been so many updates and changes, and just keeping up to all of that is very exhausting. And I'm the first person to say, yes, I totally have fallen victim to needing and wanting to keep up with all the trends to stay relevant. Now, the biggest reason why I think YouTube is is my largest lead generator platform that I have is because I actually treat it like a search engine. And unlike Instagram or other platforms out there, obviously YouTube really values searchability. And in fact, that's what I even teach, is to treat it like a search engine. And then inside of my videos, I also am teaching tangible and valuable content that you can take and learn and apply it right to your business. Now, I also have to mention that at the time of this recording, I also do believe the reason why maybe my Instagram is not having or has that slower growth and slower conversions is mainly also because I know that a lot of my current followers on there, again, at the time of the recording this video, is kind of from my past life, if you will, my past business. So not are they completely made up of my ideal clients right now? And yes, I know to change that and I know how to change it, but it is just what I'm finding. Again, that could absolutely change, and this video itself could be completely irrelevant a year from now or a couple years from now. But moving forward in 2023, this is what I plan on changing and following basically what the data is telling me. And here's another thing that I have been noticing more and more, and also just in my own personal experience, is that more people are starting to be on Instagram to consume versus to learn, meaning that they're on the platform just to kind of be entertained, not necessarily educated as much anymore. I mean, there's still definitely a level there and is still very an educational tool, just not quite to the extent of YouTube. YouTube, like I mentioned, is a search engine. Literally, the term YouTube it is a phrase I tell people. Like when my mom asks me, hey Katelyn, how do I work your can opener? Yes, I know that sounds weird, but I have a complex can opener. And all I told her to do was YouTube it. It is becoming like a verb, a part of our language. So meaning when people are YouTubing it, they're literally coming onto the platform to learn a specific skill, tool, knowledge, whatever. They're there to learn. They have the intention of learning being on that platform. So when your video pops up, and it will because you've optimized it to do so, they're engaged to stay there and actually learn. And even better is if you have something that gives them the full answer, like a freebie that takes them offline into your funnels, kind of like what I teach, they're going to want to actually take action on that because they have that intention of learning the said thing. Especially as we are noticing that vlogs or travel style videos are becoming less and less popular, and more people again are using YouTube to be that search engine that it is. Now on Instagram, it's not to say that Instagram is still not a really great tool, and if you're watching this video, it might be your number one platform that you want to be focusing on because that's where a lot of your conversions are happening. And so by all means, follow that data. However, what I have been noticing in my own personal business, as well as some other people, and I'm seeing it happen more and more across the board, so you just might want to stop and think about it, is that it's taking a longer time to convert somebody because Instagram values that conversation and connection piece. So meaning having or converting somebody is happening more so in the DMs than it is on the content, where YouTube, I'm converting somebody through my content versus conversation. So that's why, yes, there's still a place that you need Instagram to be in a part of your content strategy. And it'll get to where my Instagram plays a role in my content strategy in a second. But because people are converting from that personal conversation, you just have to be very strategic in what you're doing on that platform. Now, like I mentioned, I did say that, conversions are happening because of conversations. That's why I have this video. I'll put a card up so that you can click on it and watch it. That's why I created this video that teaches you how to have an Instagram sales strategy or a DM sales strategy, because that is where your conversions are happening. That is where people are turning from a lead or somebody who's just literally on your profile right into a paid client. So it's really important, again, that you still have this in your overall content strategy, but you have a specific DM sales strategy as well. So watch that video. Okay, so what is my new content strategy moving forward in 2023, reflecting the data that I just shared with you? Well, obviously, as you can tell, it's going to now start at YouTube. YouTube is going to be the main number one platform. So when I'm creating content for it, when I'm doing any of my research for my videos, that is the number one platform that's going to kind of reign above all of the others. And it's not to say that I wasn't putting in the research into my videos, that I wasn't still doing it, but I have to be honest, it was kind of becoming more of a second thought and starting to become a thing that I needed to do versus a thing that I needed to focus on and concentrate. And Instagram, on the other hand, was a thing that it was like, okay, I gotta, watch and strategize over here on this content. And then it was like, oh yeah, I gotta make a YouTube video. Whereas now I am going to be focusing on the research behind the YouTube, making sure that my topics are like what you want to see and learn, as well as making sure that it's optimized so that it performs really well and performs organically to bring in more leads. Obviously, I'm a sales and funnel expert, so meaning I have the funnels set up to support the content. Content is still really important. All of these platforms are still really important because it's a traffic source. We just have to be conscious of where is this traffic coming from. And if my data is telling me my traffic's coming from YouTube, you better believe that I'm going to start to focus on YouTube. The next up content, or micro platform as I like to call it, is TikTok. And the reason why I can't believe I'm saying this. The reason why I'm going to start focusing more on TikTok is because TikTok and YouTube pair very well together. TikTok is your short form videos, YouTube, your long form videos. They communicate better than, say, Instagram and YouTube. So meaning focus on YouTube to grow and then repurpose the content to TikTok so people come across from TikTok to my YouTube where they'll convert into my funnels. And the funnels are already set up for them to convert into paid client. We know that. So then Instagram, what Instagram is going to be is like the catch-all. So meaning I'm not going to focus so much on creating content to grow that platform. I'm just going to be repurposing and using the content that I've already created or am creating and putting it up there. And because I know people aren't converting from my content, I don't really care, to be honest. Like the content is going to be pulling them over into YouTube, to TikTok, or wherever, right? However, what I will be focusing on as far as content on Instagram is going to be a lot more personable content, meaning I'm going to share more about me as a business owner versus me as the strategy, the all those kinds of things. Yes, absolutely. There's still going to be a little bit more, but the sole purpose is conversation on Instagram. So meaning if you find me on YouTube and then you come over to Instagram, it's going to be like, get to know Katelyn. It's like, get to know the person behind the video so that if we ever say met in person, you're going to be like, wow, that's like literally the person that I thought you would be, right? Because your Instagram shows that, your YouTube shows that. It's very authentic to who I am. So sharing the behind the scenes so I feel like a real authentic person to you is going to be the goal. So that if you found me, say, like I said, on TikTok, on YouTube, and come over on Instagram, because that's just a natural thing that happens, right? We know that. We always find somebody and then we creep them on Instagram. That's just a thing. You're going to find me and then we're going to have conversations and I invite you into my DMs, and from there, we can go and take action accordingly or just have a connection, right? Because the content is out there on the other platforms to convert. So that is my content strategy and how Instagram still plays a vital role, but it's not going to be the platform of growth. It's the platform of maintenance. The platform of growth is my macro content, which is YouTube. And then to back that up is going to be TikTok because they really communicate really well. And then Instagram is just going to be this like lovey-dovey place that we get to hang out and be together. Now, back it up one more second, because this is still a vital piece or key to all of this, is because YouTube converts so well into your passive funnels, you still need a key communicator, right? Instagram, that's a platform that still has a communication. But what if somebody finds me or you on YouTube and they now don't have anything that has a tool of communication? They don't come over to your Instagram, they land in your email list, right? That's where they are. So meaning you still need that communicator tool, which is your newsletter. So meaning if you have YouTube, you need a newsletter because that's your communication tool for your YouTube, right? I mean, Instagram plays a role, but like I just mentioned, your newsletter is your key communicator tool. So like I just mentioned, that newsletters are still really important in your own content strategy. I invite you to join my newsletter, and I'll leave the link below this video. Super easy. And in my newsletter, I like it to be an intimate place to be with me. And if you want to think about it, it's like if you and I were sitting by the fireplace, all snuggled up with a warm blanket, a glass of red wine, sitting by a fire and just sharing and being. That is what my newsletter is about. I of course still share like the behind the scenes of my business, what I'm working on, what's coming up, what strategies and trends friends I'm seeing come, and just different ways that you can increase your own sales using funnels. Obviously that's there too, but I think above all, it's that intimacy that people are there for. So come join my newsletter because it's an amazing place to hang out with me, and I'll definitely talk to you over there. The link below is in the video, or the link to the video is below this video. Now, lastly, I would love to know if listening to this video, you thought that, wow, that is something that I need to think about in my own content strategy. I want you to type the word, let's just go with yes, okay? Type yes below, or if you're planning on bringing in YouTube in your 2023 content strategy, let me know below. And just like always, guys, if this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I post a new video, and you know they're gonna be good now, if they weren't already, but they're definitely gonna be good now. And so hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat over here. And then go and watch this video because this video teaches you my DM sales strategy. So how you actually have those conversations on Instagram and convert them into sales. That video shares you how to do all of that. And with that all said, guys, I'll see you here back next week. Bye.